Oh, minerals till I die. Minerals till I die. I know I am, I sure I am. Minerals till I die. Let's have it right.
Like Meatloaf Bailey, what a PR stunt. Look at me, guys. Yeah, I would do anything for pound notes. And I'm going to sit in a restaurant and I'm going to look like, oh, I'm proper Chelsea and I love Chelsea. And this is all on Siri Merchant Barley. What a load of bollocks.
Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone's doing well, winning life. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to pieces that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't subscribed to Minerals FC, make sure you hit that. We are that close to 12k. And we've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right. So you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership pinned at the top of the live chat and down below. And we've also got links to Eunice's channel, Eunice Talks Football, which is actually Eunice Talks Minerals, let's have it right, down below in the title, which is no goldfishes, no brown envelopes, just truth. Let's have it right. Big up to you, Eunice, and apologies to all the Ultras. Have been waiting patiently, bruv, for the Minerals to land, but respect to everyone in here late on a Friday night. Love to see Eunice on here. How are you doing, Geezer? You're everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? He's everywhere.
Mate, we've gone worldwide. But shout out to everyone in the chat. Thanks for having me on again, mate. Yeah, I'm good. Actually, I'm buzzing. You know what? I can't wait for Sunday. I can't wait for Sunday, man. Oh my goodness. And just look, the one time they actually look like we might be actually getting it, and I'm not in the country. Freaking England, isn't it? Typical. But I'm hoping we get the job done, and that would be historic. And then after that, it's all turned to Chelsea, isn't it? Once that chapter's closed, it's pre-season, and we start getting back on it. And we open that can of worms because it's been a while. So yeah. Looking forward to tonight's conversation. Anyway, it's going to be a good one. Shout out everyone.
Big up, Geezer, and big up to all the Minerals FC Ultras in here, man, and everyone from Eunice Talks Football as well that is supporting the channel. Respect to everyone.
Yeah,
this is a collab you don't see on the timeline, you don't see on the platform, because it's two people that generally love Chelsea, love football, and speak it as it is. Because let's have it right. We ain't no brown envelopes. We ain't bought, bruv. So, you know, drink them damn minerals in and understand that. And respect to everyone in here supporting. Smash the like. Drink it in, bruv. Yeah. And let's have it right. Eunice is obviously ordering container loads of Levat Super Grandma in sunny Dubai, bruv. You know what I mean? Even though
mate, I got it ordered. I got it ordered. I'm not giving up this coffee. Yeah, I've got a bag here. It's hilarious. Yeah, best coffee going.
Come on, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I've lost my my smell and my taste, so I'm holding off wasting. No, let's have it right. I'm still drinking the damn Levat Super.
Mate, if there's anything that can cure you, it's that. So down them. That'll get you your taste back.
Definitely. It's definitely. I can definitely get those whiffs occasionally. Do you know what I'm saying?
Easily.
But listen, it's been a little while, few weeks since we've had you on the channel, and a lot's been going on. But I want to bring up something to start off the show, all right? Because I want to shout out Shug Sean, I want to shout out Tobes, and Darko's playback, EPL, all right? But last night I was having a little listen, and they decided to go through the squad of the team of our entire squad at Chelsea. We totaled a total amount of players, which obviously you're taking away the players that have been officially sold or whatever, or officially loaned. But you're looking at 52-man squad at Chelsea currently right now. Okay, that's 52 players.
Bloody hell.
Currently right now, Enzo Mascara's got 40 at the moment. Whether they're staying or going or like, he's got 40 in
A few
training
would
right
go.
now.
Surely a few will go. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I want to just put things into perspective for all the toxic positivity merchants, you know, all the little goldfish minions that love to spew. Let's be positive about absolutely everything when there's nothing really to be positive about. But let's put it up, Eunice. They have assembled 3, not 1, not 2, 3 teams with this
Bloody hell.
this squad, right?
I've not
And
seen this.
That's still leaving out players. But let's zoom into the first one.
All right.
First one, we got Sanchez, Reece James, Fofana, Colwill, Mark Cucurella, Fernandez, Casado, Lavia, Palmer, Jackson, and Nkunku. Now, Nkunku, Lavia, James, Fofana, Colwill even, you don't know how fit they're going to be, all right? Realistically, throughout the season.
Yeah.
Hopefully they stay fit. But
Well, we got a new medical team, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, from rugby in Australia. But yeah, some are from the league, from Seagull Merchants and Fulham as well. By the way,
Bournemouth, yeah.
Bournemouth, yeah. But that's one team. The second team: Petrovic, Gusto, Tosin, Badashile, Chilwell, Gallagher, Wedding, Drewsbury Hall, Chukwemeka, Madueke, Mark Gui, Mudryk. Right?
Yep.
The third team: Bettinelli, Gilchrist, Disasi, Chalobah, Renato Viega, who looks about 40, by the way, Ugochukwu Mecca, Andre Santos, Cassidy, Sterling, David Washington, Angelo. Right? Now,
Oh my God.
listen, that's over £1 billion there. And no one can tell us, or no one can tell me, that is £1 billion squad. No one can tell me that squad is good enough for Chelsea, right?
Well, you know what it is? It's £1 billion squad because we've got that many players. It's like instead of spending 300 quid on like 2 lovely garments at Hugo Boss, you go and buy 25 garments at Primark. That's basically what we've done.
Yeah.
To an extent. Yeah, that's stupid. And you know what's crazy? I can maybe name a few that I reckon will leave, but it's not that many. It's not that many.
No.
He might have a large squad.
He's got a bolster squad, and he's going to have no say in who stays and goes, by the way.
Like for example, Connor will probably be gone.
Yeah, right. So goalkeepers wise, Sanchez and Kepa are going to, they want to sell him.
No, Sanchez we might keep.
Well, they're saying that, but I think they're just trying to keep the value.
I hope.
They're looking at Bulka and Ben.
Who used to play for us?
Did he?
Yeah. Bulka used to be at Chelsea.
Oh, you're right, you know.
Yeah, years ago. He was like, did he come up through our system?
Yeah, I think he did.
He did. Yeah. Let me have it. Yeah, he did. 2016 to 2019, his youth career was at Cobham.
What are we doing here, bruv? I mean, he's not what we need. Yeah. Let's be real. Yeah. We don't need him. If I'm going for a goalkeeper, I want Diogo Costa.
I was gonna say. I
don't want anyone else.
What a keeper. Yeah.
He can play at the back. He's a penalty stopper. He's a shot stopper. He's proven it. He's got minerals. He can invert like Enzo Mascara wants him to invert into the back four. So I'm looking at him. That's going to cost you a bit of wedge. And are you going to prize him away? That's the other question. But goalkeepers, you got Slelina on loan. Bergstrom, I don't know what's going to him. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keepers on the books already. Kepa's going to go there, forcing him out. He's playing with the development squad.
Yeah.
Then you go to defenders. They want to sell either Cucurella, Chilwell.
Yep.
They
One
want to
of them
sell
will be gone.
Badashile. They want to sell Chalobah. They want to sell Malin Sarr.
Yeah.
They're going to loan out. They're going to keep Gusto, Reece James, Disasi, Tosin, Fofana, Colwill, Renato Viega, obviously, and either Cucurella or Chilwell, right? The onus is on selling Chilwell, by the way.
I agree. Yeah.
Then you look at midfielders. Gallagher's going to be sold. Santos, Cassidy, Leslie, Kellerman, and all the other unknown players will be loaned. Drewsbury, Wedding Halls to stay. Lavia to stay. Carney to stay. Enzo Casada to stay. Still not strong enough midfield for me. And then up front, Brohart to be sold. Datra Fofana, Lukaku, obviously. Gay, Washington go on loan. Jackson to stay. And then the wingers, Palmer and Kunku, Noni, Mudryk, Sterling, all looking to stay. Everyone else to be loaned out. That's not quality. That's not good enough.
I have to make sure as well. Do you just hear how many times you mentioned loan?
Yeah, a lot of loans.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
We can't do that. There's rules in place now. Like, we can't just dish out 15 loans. It's not going to happen. So, yeah, that's a problem. It's a problem.
That's a great point, actually. I didn't think of that. You're right.
Yeah. We used to be able to. That's when we had the 45-man army out on loan. Do you remember? That loan army was fantastic. Just for the fact that we had an actual army out there. Yeah. But, we got to sell.
Big time.
Like, I reckon players like Cassidy, for example, he'll be sold.
Yeah.
He won't be sent on loan.
Fofana.
They'll be sold.
Washington. I don't think Gay is going to play a single match for Chelsea at all.
No, Gil, I think, will be going on loan. He's one that apparently will go out on loan. Apparently, Sevilla are interested. But...
Correct. Yeah, Sevilla. So, and the defense is a shambles. I mean, the defense. How many defenders they got?
It's mad.
And they bought another one now. This Renato
Vega.
Yeah. Who's no one knows nothing about.
No. Renato Vega, much like, and I can say this for Mark Yu, you know, when you actually go for a young player properly, right? Those are, I think, players that a top club can look at as a young player to come in and be a good prospect. But the problem with us is that we've got a flipping army of kids that we've just shipped in, and it just completely nullifies anyone that's actually decent or some good quality. I actually think those two could actually be good quality. The good thing about Vega is he's really versatile. So we're going to be able to use him centre back, left back, in midfield. That's a good shout. But having that many defenders, for me, it goes to show past recruitment has been shambolic. So like Disasi and Badiashile, I'm sorry, that's just been really bad business. Really bad business. Because now we're in a position where we've got centre backs. Fofana's coming back in. Is he even going to be? Say for this conversation, he's fit and he plays. Well, cool. There's him, Levi Colwill, Disasi and Badiashile. Are they going to play? Are they not going to play? Chalobah, who I would keep. I'd keep Chalobah all day long.
Yeah,
right.
Same. All day long.
But we're going to sell him obviously for money. The amount of central defenders we have, it's crazy. So why did we buy those defenders or even other players that we've brought in that we're now looking at and going, what? Like Datro Fofana, why did we spend money on him? David Washington, why did we spend money on him? Cassidy, why did we spend money on him? You see what I mean? Past business is looking stupid now. So
but
crazy.
That's the thing, Eunice, it's a conveyor belt for Clown Lake. For example, Mudueke, they bought him for 32 million. We've had him for a year and a half, almost 2 seasons. I think a year and a half. He's depreciated 1.5 a season and a half. So that's why 17, maybe 20% depreciation on the 32 million. All right.
Yeah.
You sell him for 45, 50 million because he's been advertised at Chelsea in the Premier League for a season. You've made a lovely profit there in a year and a half. Well, that will apply to even a Datra Fofana who's gone on loan
True.
to Burnley. That will apply to David Washington, who's just been in the Chelsea squad and had his name there under Chelsea.
Yep.
And Cassaday, he's been out on loan. What's funny about Cassaday is everyone's like, "I'll sell him," but didn't Enzo Mascara send him back from loan because he didn't want him? He was at
Who's it?
Leicester on loan.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So clearly he's not in the plans of Enzo Mascara.
No. He'll be
If you've
gone.
got Dewsbury Hall, Enzo, Casado, Lavia, and Gallagher at this point.
Yeah.
And
midfield stacked. There's no way he gets in. Yeah.
My concern is this: the defense is still nowhere near good enough. The goalkeeper's nowhere near good enough. The striker's nowhere near good enough. So the fundamental core that you need, the spine in the team, still hasn't been addressed because all they're focusing on is wingers and creators because they got the most value when you sell them on, right? All wingers have got value. And let's not forget, you got Paez and Esteval Willian coming into the team, maybe back into the season. So you've got two other 17-year-old kids to come into the team, all right?
Yep.
Where's the space going to free up for them two?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I'm going to speak about Esteval Willian. Maybe I'll do it now. Fuck it. I've watched him now quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
And he does look of a sensational little talent, right?
He does. I was surprised.
Yeah. Like he's got blistering pace, 2-footed, scores all types of goals. Can assist.
He's a risk taker as well. He just goes for it. He just goes for it, man.
Yeah, very confident. The Palmeiras supporters are going, "You've robbed us," because they should have got more money for him.
Yeah.
People in Brazil are questioning why Esteval and his family have chosen Chelsea because the state Chelsea are. That's another discussion. Now, I support this kid. I think he's going to be wonderful talent, all right? But he's still got to live up to it. He's still got to come to the Premier League.
Agreed.
My fear for Esteval Willian more than Paez, all right, because Paez, I don't think he's going to be as good as Esteval Willian. But my thing with Esteval Willian is when you have such a talent like that, all right, you need to have experience around this kid. He needs to have a core in the Premier League, playing Premier League football. He can do his tricks and tricks. He can be a star like that and offer what he offers. But you need to support the kid. And you need to build a cushion and a foundation around him to help this kid integrate and bed in. And almost like when Sir Alex Ferguson brought Cristiano Ronaldo to Man United and he was a baby. But yet he had Roy Keanes in there. He had Neville's. He had fucking generals in the team. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. The second thing I have, which is very questionable, is you don't know how much this kid twerks with Barcelona. He loves Barcelona. It's his dream club. Do not think for 1 second, whether this kid's on an 8-year deal or not, that this kid's not twerking and wanting to leave in the 2-3 years to go to Barcelona. And do not think that these clowns will not cash in on him, triple the amount of money, because that's the plan. There is no longevity with these clowns, is what I'm trying to say, no matter how talented the player is. And this goes for Cole Palmer as well. You think Cole Palmer's going to hang around for 2 years without challenging or playing Champions League? It's just not going to happen. So, although I like the kid, still there's the proof's in the pudding. And going from the Brazilian league, a weak league, stepping up the Premier League, different ball game. So he needs to be helped and prayed for, essentially, that when he does come to Chelsea with all this hype and expectation, because they've already overhyped Endrick, and Endrick I know is quality. People are trying to mud the kid, but mate, Real Madrid don't buy shit. They know what they're buying now. So, you know, this is the danger of PR on young players, and it seems that Clown Lake are generational at it. And Fabrizio's spoken on it countless times, where he promotes, his team promotes to go to clubs, and you know, we can PR a player that you newly buy, get the fan base excited about them, you know, prop them up, give them the great marketing. That's what it is now. It's all PR more than what they actually do and deliver on the pitch or whatever track record they have. Not taking it away from Esteval Willian. He's showing numbers, he's showing talent, but talent's not enough. And sometimes when you bring in these special little kids, you have to make sure that the team's all right for them to come in and the environment's correct. Because if it ain't, it could not look as good as you lot think it will be.
Mate, look at the example of Eden Hazard.
Yeah,
right.
perfect.
When Hazard came in, and he was a lot slimmer, bag of tricks, right? But he found out just how physically demanding the league is, how defenders will happily break your legs. This ain't Brazil, right? Defenders will clamp you and they will catch up with you, and they're quick nowadays and they will be with you. So it's going to be harder. But it took Eden Hazard to have, look at the squad that he had around him that he could train with 5 or 6 days a week. You know what I mean? He had to come up against John Terry. He had to come up against all these bosses, you know, that were at the club, week in, week out, day in, day out. It took him one summer. You could see not just a physical difference, you could see in his stature, physical difference, but even in the way that he was playing, he became stronger. You need that. You need that. You need that quality and that physicality and that presence around you, and that's definitely what we've seen from last season that we've been lacking. I think a lot of people are now putting too much hope in the fact that our Enzo Maresca is going to change the way we play, so therefore we're just automatically going to be better, and that's it. We're fixed. Like, nah. When it comes to a player like Esteval Willian or someone like that, there has to be a level of solidity in the team, you know, that's going to help them grow. And that comes by having some proper seasoned ballers in there. And we haven't got it yet. So I agree. I think we're still lacking. And we know that's not going to be addressed because, and I've made peace with it at this point, we're not going to sign anyone of a certain fee. We're not going to sign anyone that's over a certain amount for a salary. And we're not going to sign anyone over a certain age.
This is facts. You don't send your kids to school with no teachers. Same for the team. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know, and we've had it broken out today via the Recycle Merchant, Pies and Mash, and all the other copy and paste merchants that the dream is for Nico Williams. Yeah. All right. It's a dream to sign.
I've already said it's not happening.
Not happening, bruv. He won't come to us. Firstly, he wouldn't even come near this. All right. He's more expensive than Michael Elise, wage-wise. And they're asking, we'd only sign him if we can get him on a discount salary. And like I said, it ain't supermarket sweet, bruv. You know?
Exactly, yeah.
He's like moving like Dale Winton or something.
Dale Winton.
Mad. You know what I'm saying? The fan base is moving like Kunde on high heels, bruv. You know what I'm saying? They've gone soft. They're dressing like little princesses, you know? And it's concerning, bruv. You know what I mean? 200k, 250k is standard wages in football for top premium talent. All right.
Exactly.
Or talent with some sort of track record in European football.
Yeah.
You know, it's standard. So we're not going there. So Simon Phillips, shut your gob. Don't tell everyone that these clans have scrapped the under 25 model, because they clearly ain't. And they're only looking for under 25s. And the dream is for Clown Lake to leave, basically. That's my dream, not to buy Nico Williams, you know. You'll probably end up getting Somerville, and then all the Clown Lake brigade will go, oh, look, we've got the better baller. We've got Somerville from Leeds and Championship. You know, it's the state of the fan base, bruv, is just gone, mate. It's absolutely gone.
It's gone.
It's in tatters.
This is why I've been seeing like Nico Williams and all that. I've not mentioned him in like a week and a half. It's dead. It's not happening. Yeah. His salary is, what's he on? He's on 200 or he's on 200k a week or something already.
Yeah. So if he comes to us, he's going to want 50 grand minimum increase.
No chance.
Advertised at the Euros, playing for Spain. I don't even really rate him that highly anyway. Personally, I've looked at him. He's okay. Like, doesn't really excite me. Like, you know,
compared to everyone else that's on the market, I'd take him, definitely.
I'd probably take him
compared to what we have and what we got. I'd take him tomorrow. Yeah. But we're not doing it. It's impossible. Chelsea will not go there.
They had
anything you hear,
Elise, Eunice. They had their chance with Elise. That changed dynamics. That changed dynamics up front. All right, and everyone knows it. But I always said we ain't signing him. And here I am sitting here again, and I'm right. So, look, the bottom line is this. It doesn't matter about signings. You need to offload a shitload of players, all right?
Yeah.
And until they do that, nothing's happening. So I want to bring this up. We want to expose the brown envelopes because that's what we do on here, all right? Let me bring you this up because this goes under the radar of everyone for some weird reason. But let's bring it up. I love this stuff. I love it. Drink in the damn minerals, everyone. On June the 4th, 20 past 10 a.m., 2024, Chelsea intend to be busy in the market before June the 30th. The club want a settled squad in place, so Maresca knows what he's working with. The pathetic. Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that gone, guys? How's it gone?
Yeah. It's not very settled, is it?
No. Beyond settled.
And it's the 13th. Well, for me, it's the 13th of July now. Tomorrow's the 13th of July. It's the 12th.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, we're not
brown
settled.
envelope, false narratives. And then you get the GOLDFISHES. You get all the YouTube platforms. You get all the copy and paste merchants that push this out. Timing is always key with this news. And it's pro Clown Lake, pro their agenda. Because we were told we've balanced FFP books. Were we or were we not told that, Eunice? Were we told that? We were told.
We were.
Why today has it broken out that Clown Lake have sold our women's team to their sister company, Blueco, for FFP reasons? Can someone explain that to me?
This is the thing. When did they do that? When did that go through? Because this sort of news normally comes out after it's already been done for quite a bit of time.
Yeah, the hotels was done in January. And
did they have to do that to get themselves across the line of June 30th? Maybe they did. And that's maybe where their so-called confidence came from, that we'll be fine, because they knew that was probably right there. But it just goes to show the fact that I mentioned this earlier, we didn't have, well, not we didn't have to. We shouldn't be in a position where we're having to do that. We just shouldn't. We're splitting assets around and you're splitting teams, and what are we doing? Why? Why are we even at that point? You know what I mean? I think that's it's crazy. It raises a lot of questions as to what's coming in future. How is that gonna be reversed? What's gonna happen? Like so many questions. So many.
I wanna ask the question, right? Everyone is, why are you not positive? Why are you not excited? Why are you grumpy old men? Why do you keep moaning? Why are you so negative?
I love that one.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, let's have it right. Are Chelsea where they should be after the amount of money we spent, after the transition? Let me ask you this. Why are we even in FFP? People don't even realise why, because they're so fucking deluded with the brown envelopes. I'll explain to you why we're in FFP shit, right? Because someone explained to me, Roman left us 1.5 billion debt free. Fact. He wiped off the debt of the entire club, right?
True.
So how can we be in financial deficit for the 2 seasons that they've taken over us because of Don Roman and previous deals of Hazard, Eto'o and William, which is bullshit, all right? How can we be in financial deficit, bruv? How can we be breaching FFP if we were debt-free of 1.5 billion? Why? Because they came in the first 2 windows and spent 635 million, right? They had us out of the Champions League after the first season. There's no Champions League money. There's no European money. The revenue's not high enough from the stadium. The revenue's not high enough as it is because Chelsea has to be in the Champions League. We're not in it. Yep. So now they're trying to pick off wherever they can find after spending all the money recklessly, them playing sporting director, Meatloaf Bowling, Siri Merchant. Bang. We are in financial deficit. Oh, so we're going to buy the 2 hotels. We're going to buy the training ground. We're going to buy the women's team. We're going to buy the car park and offload it to our sister company. And because we're buying it off Chelsea are profiting that money, which balances the books because we can't sell players. We can't even, we're too busy paying off gaffers that we sacked, hired and fired, for example. We've got all these players that we've brought in, 52 players we've got, all right? They've all got to get paid somehow. They're all on the books. So, yes, Gallagher's got to be sold. Trev's got to be sold. They have to sell and loan players sharpish, bruv, before they can go out in the market. They can't go in the market, Eunice, right now, is what I'm saying. They actually physically can't go in and buy Ozil or buy Nico Williams.
It makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. Yeah, this is why the chance that some people reckon of us going in for a big player or something is zero. It's zero. I've not mentioned Osimhen in ages now because it's not happening. Nico Williams, not happening. After Elise fell through, you can just write it off now. No big player will be coming to Chelsea. And now when you explain on a financial level, it makes sense why. Yeah, it makes complete sense why. So this is probably the biggest reason as to why we're seeing, and someone's listed it in the chat, the signings that we've made so far. Yeah, it's not exactly a motivating window. Correct. But I think you've correctly mentioned exactly why the logic stands as to why we've signed those players instead of going for some big players. Because Chelsea, I don't think physically can't.
They're also propping. Roman was on a decline. Oh, we've had a better window than the last 5 years. Mate. Oh, we're going to cook. Oh, we're going to get top 4. Oh, if this team stays fit, we're going to land it. We're going to dominate. Look at our team in 5 years. Bruv, you got to think about the now, not the future, mate. You ain't going to get to the future if you don't deal with the now. And the now's in a pickle, mate. It's a shambles. What's there to be positive about? Let's be real.
Mate, it's amazing how the same ones that will say that, oh, we were on a decline. When you're talking about Roman, a decline means having, yes, dipped off, but then come back, finish third under Thomas Tuchel, win the Champions League, win the Club World Cup, do all of that and call it a day because he had to. That's the decline. But when we're finishing mid-table, or we've just about clawed 6th, and we're now, we're on the mend, we're on the rise. But when you bring up having finished third or having clawed ourselves back into the top 4 and doing all of that, that's a decline. It doesn't compute. It doesn't add up. There's no logic there. That's a contradiction. That's a big contradiction. If that's a decline, this is the pits of hell.
Facts.
I would love to take that decline. Because that decline, if that's a decline, I'll take that decline right now. Not a problem. Brilliant. Because at least I know I'm in contention for silverware. And you know what? At least it doesn't take too much. And I'll remind people, it doesn't take too much for us to get back into the conversation of a title race. Do you remember at that time, our only problem that the entire fan base was talking about was, and you just said it, a DM.
We're still looking for a DM.
That's it. We need a DM. Do you remember that? Good times. Good flipping times. I'd love that to come back. If that was our only problem right now, I'd be a happy man, right? Yeah. A DM. That was it. We all said, if we get a DM, we're sorted, right? We need more than a bloody DM now, that's for sure. But
we need a whole spine. That's apparently we need a whole restructure, bruv. A whole gutting out again. Listen, mate, people going, oh, under Roman we had players with dead wood, bruv. Let me put it into context for all the deluded little Twitter virgins, the ones that follow certain platforms that believe everything they say and all the toxic positivity. Let me put it into context for you. 1 billion, right? 1 billion spent. You just imagine for 1 second. They bought the club and we got the team that they inherited under Don Roman. Just think of selling some players from there, just a few, all right, the actual deadwood players in the squad.
Yeah.
And think about spending 1 billion on, say, 6 world class,
I'd be ridiculous.
we would be Galactico right now.
Mate, we'd be winning the league.
We'd be winning the league. We'd be in the Champions
Instantly.
League. Mentality would be flying. Would be relevant. They'll be making money. They'll be landing minerals. There'll be minerals overload, bruv. Right? No, they've done the opposite. Gutted it, stripped it top to bottom, bruv.
Yeah.
All right. And bought what? Potential, talent, AI, scouting, scouts, promoting Joe Shields because he's threatening to leave. You know, what are we doing here, bruv? 5 gaffers. They're not even gaffers. They're head coaches. The official Twitter account tells you they're not gaffers. They're not managers. They're head coaches, right? So what are you sponsoring here? How are you sponsoring this? How are you being positive towards it? Why? Because you're bought. Because you're pushing out the club narrative. They don't want negativity. So Alex Goldfish, let's have it right. When you come out trying to police aggregators with your little platform, because you're just a big fish in a small pond, yeah? Telling them not to recycle Frank Leboeuf, landing the facts and the truth. It doesn't matter about what manager you got. It's the players you're buying. It's the recruitment structure. It's the club structure. It's killing Chelsea, yeah? You do not tell people, you ain't got a divine right to tell these aggregators that you work with to stop copy and pasting and promoting Frank Leboeuf's quotes when they're already broadcast on ESPN and they'll get pinched by anyone anyway. Who the fuck are you, my son? You're no one. You're related to one of the directors. You think you're big bollocks. You think you're all linked up. Yeah. All right. And you can spew out your little ITK nonsense. Who gives a shit? It's irrelevant, bruv. Yeah. You're sponsoring the decline of our football club. You're policing Chelsea supporters. You're trying to be the tough guy in the game. You know, you're not. You're just another so-called fan. And this is what I'm talking about. You don't question it or tell these aggregators to stop pushing the toxic positivity and all this false hope and all these bullshit bangers and mash waffle like shit like this. You know, you don't tell them to stop that. No, of course not. Because the club want that out. You know, these lot talk about us, we were on decline under Roman, yeah? That we were dead wood. We needed sustainability and we need to be restructured. Right. If that is what we said under Don Roman, dead wood, bruv, where we're winning Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup, getting top 4 with ease, yeah? What I've described to you what this is now. This is tree sap. It's literally tree sap. If anyone knows what tree sap is, yeah, go and do your research. Go on Wikipedia. All right, go and look at the images, bruv. All right? I don't want to hear this positivity about this nonsense, bruv. There's nothing to be positive about. Absolutely nothing. You're lying to all you're following. You're lying to them. All right? And you can have your little rants here and there. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah? It actually doesn't make a difference. Because you're ranting because you have to rant. If you don't rant, it makes it clear as day even more than I already know it's clear as day that you're all bought and you are all brown envelopes and you all are for the club narrative. And that's why our fan base and our club is where it is now, where it's like you're all pushing and forcing this acceptance of everything that's happening at Chelsea. And the ones that call it out, and the ones that speak it for what it is, are called toxic, negative, against the club. You can't support. You can't enjoy it when we're winning. Winning fucking what? What are we going to be winning? I stand by, we ain't winning nothing. Because the structure, the recruitment policy is not built for winning anything in football terms. It's built for financial benefit. So where are we going to win something? What you think Man City, United, look at United signings now. Look at them now. They're actually looking at, De Ligt experience with Martinez, Braithwaite they're going to bring in. They've got the Xerxes, whatever his name is, up front with Hoyland now. look, they've all got to prove it. But my point is, look at what they're going for. They're looking at João Neves in midfield, a baller, bruv. You know, they've got a proper structure aligned for football. They make enough money at Man United anyway as it is. Like, understand what is at our football club. Understand what's running our football club. Because they're clowns. They're opportunists. They got a club for 2.5 billion, for fuck's sake. It's worth double that now. Like, literally, all right, if they went to sell the club now, they'll double their money and just walk away. Just please do that.
Easily.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just get out of our club, because you don't know what you're doing. They don't know how to run a football club, and they keep trying to rectify mistakes because they don't know, they don't understand the structure of football. So they're always having to find loopholes everywhere to get themselves out of the shit that they create for themselves, because they're not trusting people that are employed, and they're not even employing elite ones in the game to be able to trust. Do you understand? So it's like you're set up for them to spearhead us like the Titanic, bruv. You know, hitting an iceberg somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. You know, where are we going here? Well, where do people believe, bruv, that we are going to compete? What chance has Enzo Mascara got? Let's be real, bruv.
Yeah.
I've just shown you the squad. I've seen 3 teams of the squad. Nothing's going to change. You make 2. They're looking to make 2 or 3 signings. That's it. Oh, yeah, they told you last year they built a 100-point team. The XG's phenomenal. We should be top 4. They are expecting only top 4 this season as a bare minimum. This guy ain't getting top 4, mate. You think all these other clubs are not going to strengthen? You think they're not going to improve? And everyone's just going to decline at bar Man City and Arsenal. Everyone else is going to decline, and Chelsea's going to overtake everyone and come 3rd in the league. Like, what is this delusion, bruv?
This is primarily why I'm taking a bit more of a step back, right? But there's a condition here. Let's see how next season plays out. Let's see. Because, like I've mentioned before, there's no choice. We must get top 4. If not, heads will roll. Simple as that. Because we can't be honestly looking at another season without Champions League football and being okay with it. Nah, I'm sorry. Enough time would have passed. Enough resources would have been used. Enough. So, cool. People want to say, okay, stop. Let's, be optimistic. It's going to be fine. Cool. Okay, cool. No problem. Okay, it will. But let's see how it actually goes down. And when it's all said and done, we will come back to this topic without a doubt. And we better pray that we've made top 4 and we actually look like we're going somewhere. If not, oh my God. So, it's as simple as that. And you're right. Enzo Maresca, I think we're going to figure more about him as time goes on, right? And we're going to really understand what he's truly about and all of that. We'll see. But there's no choice but for the club to get at top 4. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. We are now at that point.
Well, right? Why is Carrington been standing Stuart Little? I know why, but I'm asking all these toxic positivity wrong'uns, yeah? All right? The ones that are so far deep, nutty in Clown Lake that they want to distribute embryos for him, bruv. Yeah? All right? I want to ask these lot, why are Carrington been standing Stuart Little at the training ground when it was transfer window open, yeah? Why are they not out there doing deals to Melts? Yeah? Why are they sitting there watching Enzo? For what?
Because there's no deals to do.
No deals to do. Why? Because they're penny pinchers. They're broke. Yeah?
It's mad. Just to pause you real quick here. Marina put out that she put out a little video or something. Not the one of her not the one of her saying thank you, but afterwards there was another quote or something I think she put out saying the one thing she doesn't miss is about how busy she's got to be during a transfer window and getting all signings done and whatnot. Like just how crazy it actually is during the transfer window for a director. So yeah, you go back to your point. Why they're training and watching the session? There's no signings to do. It's done.
Yeah,
we ain't getting anyone else.
They're assessing the data, guys. They're feeding. Listen, Kerry Winstanley, right? and Stuart Little. You forced out our Neil Bath. You forced out our Jim Fraser. You forced out our Emma Hayes. You forced out our Mason Mount. All right. You're forcing out our Gallagher. You're forcing out our Trev. All right. You are doing
Billy
it all
McCulloch's
for
the only guy left, isn't it?
What's that?
Billy McCulloch, Billy the Masseur's the only guy left.
Yeah, and they'll probably try and force him out as well. Yeah. So I have to say, you're yes men. You always have been yes men, and you always will be yes men. Because why? They're there for the pound note. And I want to explain this to everyone that's watching. Respect to Darko, brought on the newly appointed scout, African scout for Chelsea. All right. He's fully aware of the Minerals FC. He's asking, how does Johnny know so much about what's going on behind the scenes? Joe Shields, bruv, yeah, recruited this guy. Joe Shields got appointed head of co-director of recruitment and scouting in the academy. It's basically taking Neil Bath's position because he's threatening to leave. So they promoted him. They all know what the model is. They all know what the fraudulent mod structure is. They know that they're only buying kids and they're there to make money as a conveyor belt for this club. All right. And I'll tell you this now. They know that we know this. All right. Which is why they try and cancel us 24/7 on our platform. All right. And it tells you one thing only. The people that are recruited do not only give a shit about Chelsea, they don't give a shit about the beautiful game or their jobs no more. All they care about is their bank account, their families that they're feeding for, their status, their CV, to have Chelsea on there, and their ego in the game. That is more important and comes as a priority than our club and what the owners should be setting as a standard of elite mentality and demand is to win. There is none of that at Chelsea no more. And the only ones that hold that are the Chelsea supporters that actually give a shit. All right. So all the supporters that that go to games, that dedicate their life, yeah, they're getting milked now. They're getting increases on tickets. We got a pre-season friendly with Inter Milan with 50 quid tickets for a nothing game.
Stupid.
Yeah. You got the pre-season in America. The tickets are between $200 and $300 a piece for 70,000 capacities. You know, you got 5 or 6 games there. You got traveling. I mean, you got Conference League coming. It's coming thick and fast. So they are milking supporters who they don't value as supporters. They value them as customers. They don't give a shit because they know you're going to pay it out anyway. And everyone's getting mugged off left, right, and centre. And they know that they can mug you off. And this is where I stand, is until you deliver the major honours and have us at the top, there is nothing for me to promote. There is nothing for me to be positive about. There's nothing for me to be excited about. There's nothing to applaud you on, as far as I'm concerned. All right? And for all those wrong-uns that go, you can't celebrate when we win, I'll tell you why I celebrate. Because it's people like me and people like Eunice that hold the standards where they should be and keep the pressure on to get us to that point. Because if there's no one like us pushing this, feeding this pressure, toxic pressure, which is what's necessary and the standards set by Roman that were left, then who is doing it for them, for the supporters? Who's pushing that energy, bruv? Who's keeping the standards up? Because the standards are in the mud everywhere you look, from every platform you look at. So I'll celebrate. Damn right I will celebrate. If you win, we applaud and happy-go-lucky. And we don't care how much money you make. We don't care how much you spend, what wages are, what transfer fees are, because we didn't care under Roman. Because we were winners and we were winning. And until we're that club again, mate, Clown Lake out. End of.
It's as simple as that, man. Listen, I always think it's so important. This is why I said what I said. It's so important to hold that level and hold that expectation. Even this is why I never came to terms with people telling me, "Oh no, Eunice, you got to accept reality." I have accepted the reality, and that's the problem. the acceptance of the reality is acknowledging that we are in the mud and we have to do something about it quick. If not, we're gone. And this is why I'm saying, listen, there's no excuse going into next season. I want Champions League football. And then after that, I'd want a conversation of a title race. Simple as that.
Right.
So in 2 years from now, I expect us to be in a title race. End of story. There's enough time that's gone by. Enough resources have been spent. Enough time. There's enough of everything for us to have done what we've needed to do to get to that level in that time span. People wanted to say, oh, new owners walked in. Cool. We're not going to do it straight away. All right, fair enough. Let's use that. Is 4 years enough? It was for Arsenal. We like to be compared to them nowadays, don't we? Well, it was for them with Arteta, right? So how about we use the same motive here then and go, it is enough time. And if it's not been done, it's unacceptable. Simple as that. And we're not just going to sit around and just settle for it, because the one thing that I think a lot of people do, and this is what I think the owners will be hoping on, and this is a common thing in today's society, is when enough time passes, people become desensitized and they forget and they just accept, because enough time has passed and they forget what the original aim was. And they've gone along with it. That's it. So for them to come out of it is way too long gone. And that's what I think a lot of them are expecting. But I'm not having it. Simple as that. I'll be waiting. The end of next season, I expect top 4.
This is my expectation next year. Without, and I'm not having anything less. All right?
No.
Top 4?
No.
Conference League?
Yeah, that's a must, because it would be embarrassing if we don't.
Yeah. And I want either a FA Cup or Carabao Cup. That's what I want.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I want those. If we do that, you've bought yourself some time.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, I can't argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that. All right? But in reality, because people are dreaming all the time, do I believe we're going to get that? No.
Yeah, this is the thing. I saw a poll go up today asking, where do we think we're going to finish? I genuinely don't know. Like, at this point, I genuinely don't know.
Listen, guys in the chat with Anonymous, yeah? He's saying hit the like button. He's saying he might disagree with what I say, but we're all fans of the club and we all have a right to have an opinion. We do have a right to have an opinion, and we are all Chelsea supporters. And sadly, all right, the reality is we will never have a united fan base, because these owners using the brown envelope matrix and all the journalists don't allow a united fan base, all right, because they create a divide to conquer their agenda, all right, which is to implement what they want to implement and make their money, and nothing's going to stop them. I want you all to understand something, right? These owners are very, very scared of a protest. It's the one thing that they do not want to happen. Fact. Because I've said it countless times, no PR that they could push out will hide that protest or cover up or mask that protest. All right. Now, this season, if it doesn't go right, it's going that way. Like, you have to understand that. Now, you can only do that with a united fan base, because everyone is on the same page. Everyone's like, there's no positivity no more, because it's dreadful. It's miserable. It's not Chelsea level. So therefore, you're like, well, hold on a minute. I've been fobbed off for 3 years now. How much more am I going to take? And then all the toxic positivity wrongings are going to look ridiculous. Now, I'm a realist, and I know football long enough, and I've watched football for many years, and I've watched Chelsea great teams. I've watched Chelsea before Roman, and I know what I am seeing with this squad and this team and this setup is not built for football. All right? I know that. So they got very lucky last season because Pochettino wanted to hold his pride. That's the only reason we got where we were, because he decided to choose what he wanted to do, system-wise, play the way he wanted to play, wasn't dictated. I hope you all understand that, because it's a yes-man dictatorship at Chelsea. Enzo is not going to have that, bruv. He's going to be dictated on what players he plays. You know, he doesn't have a choice in the transfer window. My point is this, to get back to the anonymous geezer in the chat, right? Who don't block him, don't time him out if he's got different opinions. We're all Chelsea supporters, yeah? But the ultras, if you get out of line, if anyone gets out of line, you can time them out, bruv. 87k, bruv. All right? But what I say is this. You cannot have a united fan base in terms of social platforms, YouTube account, YouTube platforms, Twitter, anything social. You can't have all the influences, if you like. You cannot be united. And the reason you cannot be united is most of them are in an engagement group. Most of them are pushing the club narrative. Now, if you were all united, then that means me and Eunice, for example, we would have to bite our tongues and we would have to go with their narrative and their positivity and what the club wants. And I guarantee you, because Eunice is already massive, let's have it right. He's been landing minerals for years, yeah? He's already at a stature that doesn't need to be explained, right? But for someone like me, if I was to push out like the Alex GOLDFISHES, the Rory Jennings, the fucking George Bensons and therapy and all that lot, yeah? If I was to push out the same positivity, I guarantee you I would be quadruple what I am now. Quadruple, if not bigger, right? And I'm not taking the piss because I'll be a magnet for everyone will want to work with me, all the copy and paste merchants, all the fucking big accounts, the club will want to do. Trust me, all right? But we don't sell out like that. So because we don't sell out and we call it out like a Frank LeBeouf does, you get targeted. They stagnate you. They'll shadow ban you. They'll try and shut you up and silence you until you're a certain stature that they can't do it to you because you're too big. I'm at a stage where I can't do that. Eunice is at the stage where they cannot silence Eunice. But we are right. I would love a united. I would love a United fan base. Chelsea old boy, shout out to him. We see things they'll never see. He always said we need to be united. We're not AFTV. We're not Arsenal. We shouldn't be divided. We're Chelsea. But the reality is, if the ones that are setting the fraudulent narratives pushed by the club are not going to unite with the ones in the rest of the fan base because they're not pushing what they're pushing, then how can you be united? You're always going to be at a divide, bruv. Always.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. The only way we can be united, Eunice, if me and you, for example, just went, cool, drop the agenda. We're going to be super positive now. We're going to believe in the project.
Of course. And believe me when I say this, right? And you could say I had very happy moments on my channel, and I've had some very dark moments, right? So I know what it's like to be positive when it is positive, and I know what it's like to be negative when it is negative. It would be very easy, very, very, very easy to come on tomorrow and go, Maresca's running things now. This is what he's going to do. It's going to be wonderful. Can't wait for the first game, guys. It's going to go really well. Our pre-season, we got Inter Milan at the bridge. Can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. I reckon we'll beat them 3-0. First day of the season, we're going to play Man City. Listen, we can beat Man City. We're going to do them. It's going to be lovely. Erling Haaland going to get sent into the corner flag. Not a problem. We're going to do it. It'd be very easy. It'd be very, very easy to do that week in, week out. Right? Simple. But I'm sure you'd feel the same. I'd be lying to you. I would be lying to you. I'm not going to lie. It's as simple as that. I'm going to say exactly what I feel. I'm going to say exactly how I see it. Correct. If there is something to be positive about, something that is good, I've highlighted a couple recently. Cool, I'll say it. But when it's not right, and I say this isn't right, I don't think it's right, I'm not going to say it is right. I'm going to say, hey, I don't think this is right. But there's people that don't want to go in that direction for whatever reason. And I reckon that whether it's some that have a narrative or some that just don't have the mental capacity and they just don't want anything negative to get into their heads, right? They choose to pretend it's not there. That's them. You ain't going to get that from us. So it's as simple as that. And the truth is always the truth, and the truth will always surface to will always rise to the surface. It's as simple as that.
Always prevail. The truth never lies, bruv, and people can't handle the truth, which is why the ones that tell the truth get tarnished. It's like we're moving like Andrew Tate or something, bruv, and they've got an agenda on us, bruv. They're trying to buy us, but we won't sell out, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask all the toxic positivity merchants, all you platforms, yeah, all right, because we all know everyone's got eyes and ears everywhere, yeah, all right. Let me ask you this: name me all the positives. Tell me what you're positive about. I want you to not just sit on your platforms and big up things, yeah. Explain why is this positive? What's positive? How is it positive? Because I guarantee you, my sons, yeah, the negative, the cons will outweigh the positives all day long. So you are literally hanging on one hair on a nutsack in terms of positivity. Let's tell, what are the positives, Eunice? Because we can list all the negatives. We'll be here all night.
I'll mention I think that's a fair debate to have, right? I think this is a good segue to go into what are people saying that they reckon is positive? Cool. I'll mention one. Maresca's in now, and he's a tactician, very specific, and he has a very positive way of playing. So Chelsea are going to get better compared to how we were under Poch because these guys are actually going to get tactical instruction, right? That's one positive. So what do you think?
We're the first out of the top 6 clubs to ever recruit a championship manager. Because that's where he's come from, bruv. You know what I mean? I can't avoid it. Look, he's Pep's number 2. So was Lego Head.
Yeah.
And Lego Head's done nothing and spent about 780 million. Enzo Mascara's not even been able to spend the money. It's a harder job for him altogether. With a younger
we gave him Dewsbury Hall, and that's it.
Yeah. Dewsbury Hall, the guy that he was like, he's my guy. I'm going to build my whole team around him. Of course I am. I got Conor Gallagher, who, let's have it right, Conor Gallagher's better than Dewsbury Hall. He's better than Dewsbury Hall, bro.
See, now there'll be some that will say, no, Dewsbury Hall would be better than Gallagher because not only can he actually move forward and score goals and assists, but he's a player that will always be looking forward, and he's a player that always able to pick out balls that Gallagher chooses not to do.
Right. But Gallagher's too busy working like a fucking dog to cover up Enzo and Casado's messes. Does anyone talk about that? Because of the defensive inability.
But he gets called a road runner.
Yeah, you need road runners in your team. You need those types of players, those dog eaters. Look at the Sir Alex Ferguson teams. What did he have? Nicky Butt, for fuck's sake. He had Darren Fletcher. You know, what are we doing here?
It's true.
Right?
They'll say football's evolved. Now, as long as you're able to dictate exactly what the system is and you're able to get everyone in that same direction, you don't need road runners because you can move the ball quickly.
Right. So apparently, Enzo says that his form of defense is possession.
Yeah. So
to keep possession. All right. That means you've got to have technically gifted players across your whole front line and in midfield in tight spaces. Need an eye of a needle pass out of all of them. You need clinical finishers. You need very intelligent players, ball IQ. You're asking them to adapt to your philosophy like that because there's no time in the game. There's no patience or time in the Premier League. He might well have a philosophy, and that might be something exciting. And I'm all for that. I was all for it with Sarri. But it doesn't work. Like, if you look at Chelsea, when you think of Chelsea, you think of dogfight, bruv. You think of defense, counter, devastating, horrible team to play against, men, generals, bruv. You know, with flair. We had flair. We had flared players. We had exciting play as well. But we were an animal, bruv. That's Chelsea's DNA. Like, it's always kind of been that way. Now, these lot are trying to change that DNA.
I was going to say, it's been ripped out, really, isn't it?
It has been ripped out. And maybe that's what you want to do. The reality is, to put a negative spin on what you're saying, well, not negative, just a real spin on it, is Enzo going to get the time, Eunice, bruv, to implement this lovely horizontal, vertical, fucking pep regen? You know what I'm saying? Like,
every time you say horizontal, vertical, I just think cutting shapes in the basement.
Cutting shapes in the basement, in their mum's basement. Come on. Come on.
No, it's true. No, look, there's big up to Shazeb, yeah? He's put in a few positives. If you want to address that one, right? His positives are we've bought the best young players, set up a scouting system in South America, multi-club model, brought in a coach who plays an attacking football, Esteval Paez, Enzo and Caicedo. What would you say to that?
The best young talent in football. Like, really? No, I'd say look at Real Madrid for the best talent in world football. And look at their structure. Look at what players they have in their squad. Look at the manager they got running that team. Look at the owner's mentality. We're nothing like that. We are a farming club that's decided to hit the South American, African market, Portuguese market, French market, have scouts planted every fucking where on the continent, all right, to bring in gems, or they think they're gems, before they become superstars to cash in on them. That's the model, right? That's not building for winning trophies. We are basically, they are using our elite football club to advertise and put these young kids in the shop window. And they pitch to them an unbelievable dream, a beautiful offer, massive money in terms of where they come from, when in reality it's peanuts. Now, Esteval, Willian, and Paez can't even fucking play for us right now. What team are they going to be coming into next year? No one knows. Where are we going to be next year? No one knows. So I can only think of the now. If I look at all the players in our squad, you tell me we've got most talented kids. I disagree, bruv. Absolutely disagree. Enzo's been here for a year and a half, hasn't done anything, as far as I'm concerned. Caicedo's shown towards the end he's what I think of a player he is, that he's got some sort of minerals there. But you pay 150 million. He's more expensive than Rodri, and he's nowhere near Rodri. Jackson's not a striker for me, and he's not good enough. Palmer, exceptional. But you did that on deadline day, and these clowns didn't buy him. Joe Shields recommended him because he knows. So it's like a last minute ditch. Cole Palmer elite, fucking that's super talent. That is, yeah.
That is, yeah.
Right. Gusto decent, but he's not exactly young. What is he? 21, 22? Like 20. Like even Palmer's 22 now, coming on 23. He's not actually that young. We had Mason. Look, put it in context. We had Mason Mount, Kai Havertz at 19 and 20 or 21. Winning us Champions League, stepping up and winning us Champions League, right? These kids have done nothing for Chelsea. Like nothing. Got us from mid-table to sixth.
This is where I go back to that point that I made, saying, because a lot of what you've just said, including Enzo and Caicedo, people would blame Poch. Say it was the way that we were playing, right? Okay, cool. No problem. I'll take that. Well, Enzo Maresca's here now, right? And people are expecting, these players are going to be liberated. Well, okay, we'll find out. We'll see. By the end of next season, we better be at a certain position then, because there's no excuses, is there? That's where I am. There's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes, a lot of question marks, whether positive or negative. But we will find out the answers at the end of next season. We will, and we will be there. We will. We will.
This is the thing, Eunice. Where has all this given patience and time come from? Because we never had that under Roman, right? And yet, Mason
Because we knew
Mount,
what we had.
Reece
We knew what we
James,
were getting.
they come into the team, and you need to give them time because they're young kids.
Of
They
course.
didn't get time.
But we had levels.
We had levels.
And kids had room to breathe because we had levels. We were cool.
Cantes,
There was a bare
Coggers,
minimum.
all the experience, the generals in the team.
Yeah.
But you still need the fresh blood with the generals to go and achieve, and you've got a balance. But you still need one thing, and the one thing that's common theme at Chelsea stems from the top is the mentality to win and the bastard mindset.
I agree.
These kids weren't given time. They just landed the fucking minerals and won us trophies.
They had
And
to
they
sink or
won us
swim.
trophies, right?
They had to sink or swim, yeah.
Sink or swim. There is none of that at Chelsea now. These kids are just getting
No.
a free fall. It's like, yeah, we're playing for Chelsea. Look at us. You know, we're outlasting every manager because we're on death row contracts. They got player power. These kids have got player power. The club have given them that power. You can blame Poch, you can blame Potter, you can blame Enzo, you can blame all the managers. I've always been that one, and Eunice, you can vouch for me, and all the ultras can vouch for me. I've not blamed the managers. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
You're dealt.
Yeah.
what
You've
you're
been
dealt.
consistent with that. Yeah.
And I'm still not going to blame Enzo on this season. It's not his fault.
No way. No
Right?
way.
This is the recruitment structure. This is
Yeah.
the ignorance, naivety, arrogance to not bring in experience with a young blooded team because you don't understand football, because you don't want to understand football, because it's not financially beneficial for you, because these experienced players are too expensive, too high wages, and no resale value. And that's the reality. And that's what's hindering us progressing on a serious level to compete with likes of Man City, Arsenal, who have a balance. You know, their structure's not all capped at 150. They'll go out in the market, maybe splash 100 million on a plan, offering 300 grand a week. But they're doing it because they got the intent to go all the way and make the team and the squad better and raise the levels. You know, Esteval Willian needs it when he comes to Chelsea. Cole Palmer needs someone to take the burden off the kid. You know, Nkunku's got to step up now. He's got to stay fit and step up. And Nkunku's a great little player. I rate him highly. You know?
Yep.
Like, there is some good things.
He's got to stay fit.
Nice players.
Yeah.
We do.
Yep.
All right? I'm not denying that. But I'm saying to you, go and get me Diogo Costa. Go and get me an Osimhen. Go and buy me another actual elite number 10. Or like a Musiala, for example. All right? Go and get me a true replacement for Thiago Silva. And I'm talking, bro. I can see a core. And I can see with all the other talent and young kids coming in, then you look like you're building towards something.
Yeah.
They're not doing that. Can I get it on a discount? Can I find the next best thing because we're copying the Seagull merchants? That's my issue with it, Eunice, bruv. You know, there's got to be a leeway. You know, the model's got to be tweaked. And that's all I've been crying out for. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to tweak it. So I'm not going to have it then. You're not going to change? I ain't fucking changing. What am I changing? What, you want me to lower my standards to your fucking wet wipe standards? No chance, bruv. I ain't doing that. That.
I think on top of that, there's a when it comes to people seeing it from the same lens, I think there's a generational divide as well. I think we're at a time now where we still have fans that are old enough to see the game through the lens as how it's always been seen. And we have enough fans that are now old enough, right, who have grown up with nothing but Football Manager and numbers on a screen. Do you know what I mean? And I think
the generation they've got now.
It's a generational divide. Yeah, big time. And I feel like it's football's heading more and more towards the latter because generations die out, don't they? And eventually things move on. And I don't think that's helping the quality of the team and the way that we're looking at things right now, I don't think it is. But this is why I say, no matter what happens, right? We will be here at the end of next season. And I need a result. It's as simple as that. I need that result.
Yeah.
And if we get it, cool. And if we don't, I'm gonna need some justification up in there. People have got some explaining to do. So,
but they won't. This is the thing. They're like leeches. They'll find their way out somewhere. They'll go, oh, I didn't say this. I didn't say that. Oh, I'm shocked. Oh, my opinion can change. Shut up. Just to save your face. It's embarrassing, bruv. You know what? I'm man enough, right? If we went and won the title next year, yeah, I'm man enough to fucking go, do you know what?
Mate.
You proved me wrong. And, like, respect to you, Clown Lake. I won't even call you Clown Lake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I'll put my hands up and I'll say I got it wrong. I didn't see the vision.
Absolutely.
It ain't happening, bruv. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
Listen, if it does, I want it to happen. I want Chelsea to win the Premier League. I want Chelsea to be in Champions League. I want us to be successful. If we are winning and successful, I'm happy, bruv. What's there to moan about? There's
all we
nothing
want.
to moan about. You know? Like, I want that. Let's have it right, bruv. I'm not fucking deluded. I'm not in Disney. This is not a fairy tale. This is real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to run through some Super Minerals, Eunice. Let's go. Big up Carefree Minerals. He's a Minerals FC Ultra for 3 months. Respect to you. He says, big up Johnny and Eunice. Land it on the wrong uns. Only Chelsea YouTubers that speak the truth. Clown Lake out. Up the Chelsea. Up the Minerals FC. It's coming home. Come on, let's go.
Come on.
We always play Don Roman when you become a Minerals FC Ultra, bruv. So let's go. We acknowledge our GOAT. Big up to Jorgen. He says in 2011, Argentina had 3 teams and it was a failure. Why does that not surprise me? Yeah. What did Jose Mourinho he said he always wanted a 22-man squad. That was it.
22.
Even
One in
Enzo's
each
come
position.
out. Even Poch said it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the going rate. They don't learn. Big up Timbo. He says bought in a championship manager like Chelsea, but they're buying quality players. Even if he fails, they have a team ready to compete. And I've said that, and that is absolutely spot on. Is no matter what, they buy for the team, they buy for the club, but look at the ilk they're buying. Look at the quality they're buying, bruv. They're looking towards, they still need to address their defence, fuck me. And if they're losing De Ligt, they probably will. But look, it's not built for a gaffer no more. Football's the day and age of football now, it's like they don't really back managers no more. No. It's all about the structure dictates what's on the pitch. But that to me is backwards because every gaffer brings something. Every gaffer has something about them where they have to implement their philosophy, their way of playing, and they need certain types of profiles or a specific player to help everything tick. If Drewsbury Wedding Hall is that for Enzo, then that's what it is. But, I think you need more than one player. But he's not wrong. He's bang on it there. Bang on it. Why is Eunice laughing, bruv? Eunice is cracking up.
Dewsbury Wedding Hall's fantastic. I've not heard that one.
Yeah, Drewsbury Wedding Hall. Big up Chelsea Empire. I hope you're doing well. He says, big up to you, Johnny, my brother. Keep landing it, bro. Never drop the standards. I've been a Chelsea fan since I was 12. That's 97, 98. In Croatia as a refugee after the Balkan Wars. Never have I felt more distant. Chelsea is my life. Love to you, my geezer. Love to you. Keep landing the damn minerals. You know what I'm saying? And I hope your father-in-law is getting better, mate. You know what I'm saying? I don't forget, bro. Respect to Tom as well. He says, great South American scouting when you buy them from European clubs for £250 million. Clowns. and he's becoming Minerals FC Ultra. So, Tom, you're getting Don Roman. Let's have You know what I'm saying? Respect to you. Listen, there's nothing wrong with having scouting everywhere, all over the continent.
Course,
That's
it's
great.
necessary. Yeah.
But stop broadcasting it. Why? Right. The reason I say this is, did we ever broadcast scouts, Eunice? Ever in football?
No.
Do you have all these other big clubs broadcasting all their scouts going on the platforms, talking about what players we're looking at or what we're doing and what the network is and that? We don't give a shit, bruv. But
Mate.
because Clown Lake want to manipulate the supporters into buying into this whole project of we're buying the best youth and best talent worldwide, yeah, we want to give you an insight to how we're doing it, yeah. It's outright delusion. Fabrizio Romano's earning Elon Musk money on tweets for Rio, who he lost to Liverpool.
I was going to say,
Because of our pathway is not good enough for the 14-year-old kid and his family. He's decided to go to Liverpool for less money, but better academy. By the academy, by the way, of their kids that battered us in the Carabao Cup final with their C team against our £1 billion boys. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing, Eunice.
mate, this goes back to our point as well about what we mentioned earlier. The fact that we're even talking, or not us, but Fabrizio or whatever other media are actually putting out things about 14 and 15-year-olds, like it's a big football story. It's mad. Those players are now looking and going, "Oh my god, yeah, no, Fabrizio's talking about me," but all of a sudden in their heads, they're superstars.
It's free PR.
It's not doing any good to them, those players. So this is the thing, when we're talking about these young players that are coming through, all of a sudden the overhype and the over attention and all that, it doesn't help them whatsoever. Doesn't help them. And when it comes crashing down, it'll crash down hard on them.
Yeah.
Because they haven't developed to be able to take that sort of hit. I just think the whole thing is shambolic. It just shouldn't be broadcast, as you said, whatsoever. Scouting is scouting. Everyone's got it. Everyone's doing it. Fine. Kids will come through. They don't. They're gone. Cool. We don't need to hear about it. If they're good enough, we'll hear about them in 5 years' time. End of story. It's as simple as that.
Let the kids just develop. Let them
play football, man. That's it.
But
that's
what's scary is we haven't got the correct environment no more at our academy because it's been gutted and ripped to shreds.
Yeah, it has.
To produce and help these young children to develop of all these young talents, you know, and they're going elsewhere, bruv. Neil Bath was the academy. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Do you know Arsenal are after Neil Bath big time and Jim Fraser, right?
Oh, that would be
right? They want it. They want them both. But these lot have been Chelsea. It's very difficult for them to make that transition to London.
I don't think they will.
Yeah,
I don't think they will.
But ask, why are Arsenal after them for? You know, why is everyone trying to pick off everything from Chelsea nowadays? No one asked that.
The ones that are old enough to remember this will know. Do you remember when Arsenal were the best academy in the country? Like, you just couldn't argue. Arsenal's youth levels above everyone, right? I remember growing up at that, looking and thinking, oh, you know, if you were trying to be like a footballer, you had Arsenal in your head. Like, that's like flipping, whoa. You know, that academy is ridiculous, right? They dipped off. And why did they dip off? Because Chelsea ended up stepping up and Cobham took over, right? When Cobham took over, why did it take over? Neil Bath, Jim Fraser. So now they're available. It's no surprise. But it just goes to show the quality that they have. We've lost a couple of really, really big deals here.
Where do you think Elise Musiala came from?
Yeah.
Right. And let me ask you this. Let me tell you this. When Roman bought the club, Neil Bath was already there. Did Roman gut him out?
No.
Did Roman gut the groundsman out? No. Did Roman gut out everything at the club? No. He built upon it.
Yeah.
You know, why are people so stupid? You know. Yeah, he let go of Tomori, but Tomori wanted game time. Not everyone was going to make it from the academy at Chelsea. You know, I'd buy Tomori. I'm not even joking. I'd go and sign Tomori. I'd
Yeah,
have
he's
him at
quality, man.
Chelsea.
Mm.
You know, Serie A champion, playing Italian league. He's developed his game, bruv. He reminds me of like a baby Gallas. You know what I'm saying? Gone are the days. Listen, Eunice, on a real, I'm not excited. I'm more excited about England right now.
100%.
That's under waistcoat merchant. You know what I'm saying? You know, he says, "Put respect on my name. I'm one of the best managers that ever be at England." You know, my name, you bumper class. That's what you come up. He goes, "I'm
Oh,
rolling
man.
up the Dutch in a nice big spliff."
Oh, you saw the latest one, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah. And we're smoking that. Yeah.
He's like, you lot need to really start respecting me now, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Put some respect on my name. Yeah.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Listen, he's got to land it, bruv. He's got to land it. But listen, we can all fall into the false hope and the excitement, and we want to see preseason and we want to see Enzo Ball. Look, there are some positives. Don't get me wrong, bruv. There are some positives. I'm very excited to watch Cole Palmer play. Eunice, do you think he's going to replicate what he did last year?
Cole Palmer?
Hmm.
I actually think he might do better.
Yeah. So what, we going 50 GA?
What did he get last year? I
I
forgot
think
the
it's
number.
like 42, wasn't it? Or 41?
It's ridiculous, wasn't it? No, you know what? I don't think he'll get as much goals, but I do think the assists will increase. So that's where I'm heading. Because for a player like him to replicate that, I think the only reason why he actually got that amount, those amount of goals, don't get me wrong, he was phenomenal. But he had the entire load on his back, you know, and even when it came to penalties and whatnot, he'd take them, which could still be the case. But I do think things might be a little bit more evened out under Maresca. But because of that, I do think he'll get more assists. So I'm going with that. I do think he'll have a better season.
All right, shout out to Gov in the chat. Respect to you, my geezer. Proper Chelsea. What I'll say is this, yeah, all right. Who do we think? All right, who do you think Enzo's going to pick as his lineup? Because I'm very curious. I'm very interested to see. Because I don't believe. All right, this is the problem I have. Right, is that I don't trust these clowns, and I don't trust these clown directors. Yeah, to allow the professionals to do their job, which means do I think they're going to really allow Enzo to do his job? You know, implement his philosophy. Yeah, do his work on training ground. When you've got Carrington standing Stuart Little there watching everything he does, like they've done with every manager. It's a joke. You know, they don't need to be there, bruv. So let's arguably say he's got a free run at it, and he's going to pick his team. He's going to pick Sanchez because that's the best he's got, really. Let's be real. Petrovic can't invert. He can't play at the back the way Enzo wants to, yeah?
Yep.
James or Gusto to invert? He's going to have to play James, surely.
No, it's Reece. Reece is playing.
Yeah. So Gusto doesn't get a sniff, right?
Yeah.
Left back is Cucurella or Chile?
No, I think it's Cucurella or Renato Vega.
Right. So that means they're going to sell Chile.
I think he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to go United, probably.
Probably.
You know, everyone's picking off our fucking Champions League winning players. A joke. All right. And then in the centre back, you're going to go with Fofana if he's fit. And it's going to be either, I think Tozin's back up. So, or no, it's probably an Enzo player. Probably Tozin plays.
Yeah, I think he'd want to go with Fofana and Tosin. Levi Colwell is there on standby just in case. Badiashile, Disasi just don't play.
Yeah, it's a lot of players, bruv.
Basically. And Chalaba's sold. So that's what I think happens. But I do think Fofana will be fit to start the season. Fofana tossing.
Yeah. So we've gone Sanchez, Reece, Tozin, Fofana, and Cucurella or Viega. Right?
Yeah.
Midfield. Enzo Casado goes without saying. Drewsbury,
Stop.
Wedding
Hang
Hall.
on. Hang on.
Oh.
Apparently,
Go on.
he likes to play with a single 6. So we're going like a 4-3-3. Single 6, 2 8s.
Yeah.
Not a double
So
pivot.
it's going to have to be Enzo, isn't it?
I think he's going to probably. Well,
I know you can say Lavia, but
yeah, I'm thinking he might. Depending on we don't really know anything about Lavia, do we?
no.
He's only played half an hour for us. But I do
Lavia's an
think
actual
Lavia
sitting
is
six,
that
though,
6.
isn't
Lavia's the 6. It's got to
Yeah.
be.
All right. So if he picks Lavia, he's got to pick Casado and Enzo. Where's Drewsbury, Wedding Hall? Where's Gallagher?
Well, Gallagher will be sold. And
know.
Dewsbury Hall will be, I think, a guy to probably rotate with one of them at some points.
You don't think he's going to start for Enzo, knowing his system?
He can't.
Well, he's going to have to.
What? Who? Dewsbury Hall?
Yeah.
No, he can't.
I mean, what do you buy him for?
I mean, this is
30
again.
million,
I think
100 grand a week.
maybe it's a bit of depth, but there's no way that we're just going to leave 100-odd million on the bench doing nothing for both Enzo or Caicedo.
Enzo ain't a 10.
Is he an 8?
He's not even an 8.
What is he then?
Apparently, he's a regen 6.
According to the last game in the flipping Copa America, he's now a 6. Prior to that, I was being told he can't play in the 6. So I don't think anyone even really knows what Enzo's about.
This is what I'm talking about. This is an issue, right? Because Enzo has to play Enzo and he has to play Casado.
Absolutely.
Right? But Enzo needs Drewsbury Wedding Hall part of his system. Knows his system. It will allow him for the transition at the start of the season. I'm telling you. Like, he's thinking that way.
In that case, Enzo Maresca might do something that he wasn't doing, and he actually does play a double pivot. And we go Enzo Caicedo and Dewsbury Hall as a 10.
But then that's going against his philosophy.
Well, it'll go against what he's done before. Yeah, I agree.
He won't do that.
I don't think he will.
If he does do that, he's dictated.
Completely.
And this is my point. This is the telltale signs to tell you whether he's allowed to do his job or not. Now, up front, you got Cole Palmer on the right.
The front three, yeah.
Yeah. He's only got Jackson, and he's either got Sterling or Mudryk.
I don't think. Well, I think Mudryk will get a look in by Maresca to see if he can get the best out of him. But I do think Nkunku starts on that left.
Oh, we forgot about Nkunku, haven't we?
Exactly, yeah.
Apparently Nkunku's a 10.
Mate, make it make sense.
This is what I'm saying. The squad's not built to tailor Enzo.
Oh, man.
Like, so how do you expect him to play his stubborn way of playing, which he doesn't change, if you've got too many like-for-like players?
I genuinely don't know at this point.
And remember, they bought Enzo thinking he's going to replace Jorginho, thinking he's a lone 6, and he's not a lone 6. Right? He's a box-to-box. But he needs runners with him.
We're getting Nkunku plays as a false 9 now in the chat. So that means Jackson's not playing.
Right. So you got Palmer, Nkunku, and more than likely Sterling, because Enzo will know Sterling. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, he'll know him briefly.
Yeah, but he worked with the under-21s when Sterling was there.
Yeah.
And Enzo was number 3, not number 2, for a long period. So then he went number 2. So, mate, there's a lot of overhaul.
There is. I would say that there is elements in that where there will have to be rotation because we are playing a lot of games, right? We've got Conference League as well now to fit in. So there is that. But aside from that, who would be the actual starters? There's question marks here. We don't know.
This is a problem, man. I'm telling you, he's got a big problem.
Well, this is where I think we'll find out a lot in preseason. Preseason will start. We'll see. We'll start off pretty slow. We got Wrexham, Club America, all of that, and then we got to play Man City, Real Madrid, Inter Milan. We will begin to discover exactly what Enzo Maresca is about. And as long as he doesn't go down the route of Poch, which is do something in preseason, and then from day one in the Premier League, we see something completely different. I don't want to see that happen again. Then we should really understand what Maresca's looking to do. So
it's like you say, yeah. We will be here, guys. We will be here. We will be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We will be here. It's facts, bruv. Big up Adam Rated. Come on, my geezer. Ultra, bruv. He's gifted 5 Minerals FC memberships to the Ultras in the chat. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Let's land it. Let's land Don Roman. Oh, lovely. We got a reply here, Eunice. Fantastic. So this was an attack on Frank Leboeuf. Basically saying Frank's persistent negativity is astonishing given his history as a Chelsea player. While he's entitled to his opinions, the constant stream of negative comments I've read from him is disappointing, right? Because he basically called out that it's not the managers, it's the players, yeah? It's because of the players where we are. And obviously I replied, didn't realise speaking the truth is negative, but makes sense. You spout this waffle as your account is nutting the clown so deep you want to produce my embryos for him. And he's come back and said, I don't have time for a negative account. I usually put them in the bin. Oh, of course you would. Because Blueco and Clown Lake hate negativity. But negativity is not negativity. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Shots fired.
Shots fired, bruv. Shots fired. Big up to everyone in here. Smash the like button, guys. Don't know what likes we're on. Big up to Govey. Says Roman Abramovich, our proper boss. He's our Don, the greatest owner in the history of football. Facts. He should put himself in the bin. You're not wrong, Matt. He should put Blueco extra account should put himself in the bin because he's a positive merchant. You understand me? But big up to everyone. Anything you want to kind of wrap up with, Eunice?
Nothing in particular. Like I said, we'll see what happens in pre-season and heading into that. There's actually not long left before it all really kicks off. So we'll see what happens. I think like a week and a half or so left. So there's that. But in the meantime, bring on Sunday. I'm all guns blazing on England and Sunday, and hopefully we do it, man. Hopefully we do it. So that's it. Come on, England.
Come on. We've got to land it. I mean, if he doesn't do it, he shouldn't be knighted. You know what I'm saying?
If he what?
If he doesn't win it, he shouldn't be knighted.
No way. No way.
They're talking of knighting.
If he does win it, he bloody should. Like at that point, I'd do it if I could.
I'd knight him with the minerals. Well, knight him with the minerals.
Instantly.
Yeah,
instantly. But that doesn't mean, by the way, because there's a lot of people in the FA are just flipping clowns. If he wins it, we got to renew. No. It ends here, right? It ends here. Thank you very much. You've accomplished history, but we got to move on.
I don't think he will, but if he does leave, United are waiting to sack Bald Haag to bring him in.
They just brought in Van Nistelrooy, by the way.
I know.
So
it's dangerous, that.
That's a number 2 waiting to step in whenever needed.
Yeah, but what does he bring? He brings a certain type of way of playing. He brings a mentality. He's
Van
played for
Nistelrooy.
United. You know,
Yeah.
he was devastating, bruv. You know,
Yeah, he was. He was.
bruv. Recently,
Absolute
I've been watching some old games like Arsenal Invincible popped up on Sky against
Yeah.
United. I've been watching some older Chelsea games, bruv. It's not the same no more, man.
It's not,
That
is it?
era,
It's not.
I wish we could go back to that. You
Mate,
know,
I agree. I don't know what it is. You know what? Since I would say around, there was a window from 2010 to about, I want to say, or me say even 2012, 2012 to about 2017, 18. After that, everything changed. I don't know what it was. I can't put my finger on it, but it just doesn't feel the same.
yeah.
There's something's missing.
And do
You
you know
know
what?
exactly what I'm on about. Something's changed.
Yeah, something's changed. And I'll tell you this, everyone blamed Roman for the inflation of transfers and all that. Do you remember? Everyone would blame
Yeah.
Roman because of the way he came and changed. Yeah, they brought in FFP. But the real culprits, the real criminals for doing that was PSG with Neymar all day long.
True.
You had Real Madrid buying Ronaldo from United back then for 80 million. But Neymar was the big one. You know, that really changed the game. And then after that, it was like 100 million here, 100 million there, 120 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's.
And I feel like levels of players as a consequence of that has gone down. Right now, there's super inflated fees on players that shouldn't be that price in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Whereas before, you're talking about those sort of games from back then. You go back to 2002 and whatnot, and even like the 90s, and you could see the individual ballers were just in abundance. Do you know what I mean? Like you get Man United versus Arsenal, it was just chaotic. It was chaos. You know what I mean? Or AC Milan at that time. Or it was just stars basically everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like proper footballers across, even who would be deemed average, was an example. Gary Neville playing right back for Man United, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what a right back.
Yeah. Consistent, bruv.
Oh, man, ridiculous. But
He
you
helped
don't
Beckham.
think Gary Neville, because there were players above him, but even he was like, wow. Whereas now, levels have just dropped. That individually, levels have dropped and everything's become super tactical and everything becomes super systemized, and it's just become,
You want to talk about real players, real talent, real fucking, this is what football's about, right? And you want to overhype, instead of overhyping kids. Go and watch Romario, bruv. Go and watch Ronaldo, R9. Go and watch Ronaldinho. Go and watch Van Basten. Go and watch Johan Cruyff. Go and watch these players. Watch Hadji, bruv. You know what I'm saying? This is what football's about. That's football heritage, bruv. Go and watch Batistuta, bruv. Go and watch these ballers, bruv. You know,
Matt Letizia at Southampton. There was a
Letizia,
debate on
man.
him on Twitter the other day. Yeah.
Oh, Matt Letizia was ridiculous, bruv. Ridiculous talent. Absolutely ridiculous. Ruud Gullit, bruv. Unbelievable players, bruv. Seedorf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Baggio. Fucking, what's his name? You got the Nestor's Maldinis, bruv. You know?
Yeah.
Just incredible players.
Even the ones that don't get much mention. Ginola, if you remember Ginola.
Ginola, yeah. Ginola was class.
Mate, yeah. They were ballers across everywhere.
Gianfranco Zola, never forget it. These are Maradonas, and you know, you look at, you don't get players like this everywhere in the game. You can't just like these clowns are deluded, going, "Oh, we're going to buy every position. We're going to buy generational players in every position." You don't get these players every year, bro. You don't. They don't grow off trees, man. You know, they don't come from sperm banks. You know what I'm saying? You're born with this. You're born with this talent and minerals and fucking just natural born IQ of football, how to play football in a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Bielsa's landed it recently. He's been going mad, bruv. Like
he has, I've seen. Yeah.
It's true.
He's right. He's right. Yeah.
Gaza. Yeah, great shot. Gaza, bruv. Fucking how they play the game, man. You know? George Best. What we doing is to play pissed up. He played a game pissed, and he said, "I'm only going to play with my left foot. Every touch will be my left foot or whatever. Or I'll score in my left foot only."
Yep.
And he did. He scored a hat
He
trick.
did. Yeah, he did.
You know, Zidane, bruv, man, Minerals landing, bruv. You know, Viali, come on.
All that's gone. There's a certain element with all those players of then that's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
You can
Because
pluck out
why?
a few. If you were to look at the Premier League now, sorry, real quick, you look at the Premier League.
Yeah.
You can pick out a few. Whereas before, you could go into any team and you'd be naming names. Even the so-called lower teams, you'd look back, you'd be knowing, you'd easily looking in and going, yeah, there's easily 3 or 4 here that I take, no problem.
Yeah.
Levels have dropped.
Because everything is data, AI generated.
Exactly.
All right. It's this way of living now where everything's done for you and you just lazily, it's like you're playing a computer game. Back in that era, you had to work, graft, and you had to love the game for what it really is to make it in the game and to be the best of the best. And the talent just separates you. Nowadays, it's like
money wasn't a factor. Money wasn't a factor.
Yeah, it wasn't. Money came with it,
of course,
through sponsorships and advertising more than the actual playing for the club, right?
Yep.
Where you got the Pepsis and all this shit and the adverts, Nike endorsements and all that. Now it's like all these kids, they're getting bumper fucking deals at the age of 16, at the age of 17, without doing anything or proving anything.
Yep.
And it's the PR that's glorifying and overhyping what the reality it doesn't match up to.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants a piece of the pie along the way, you know? And that's why the game's gone, because of money, business.
Absolutely.
It's a niche. It's almost like they're washing money, bruv, in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And now we've got Pizzagate, you know? It's heavy stuff, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But big up to everyone in here. Don't ever forget Gianfranco Zola won Napoli the title with Maradona, bruv. And people are fucking disrespecting Zola, bruv, playing for Chelsea. Half of them don't even know who Zola is, all right? And that's the spawns we got in the fan base, you know, who disrespect players like Frank Leboeuf. Frank Leboeuf was World Cup winner, bruv. Euros winner. 2 times FA Cup with Chelsea. He won the League Cup with us. He won the Cup Winners' Cup with us. The Super Cup with Chelsea. Like fucking heritage, bruv. What we doing here? Played with Desai, bruv, at the back. Yeah? Right?
Yep.
You show respect to players like Frank Leboeuf. So when they come out and they speak the truth, they land the minerals, don't be little Alex Goldfish wet wipe crying to everyone going, don't push out his narrative because it's negative. No, his narrative is because he cares and loves Chelsea and knows the standards of Chelsea, and they're not fucking there right now. So he's trying to raise the levels and wake up the fan base, because the fan base is blindsided by all the PR Happy Meals and brown envelopes and the Pornsteins and the Fabrizios. You know what I'm saying? Never fucking take your eye off the game, bro, off the ball. Yeah. You know, we as supporters have to keep standards high up, bro. Yeah, high up. Never let them drop. The moment you let them drop, you're allowing Clown Lake to win. All right. We all want the best. We all work for Chelsea. We want us to be at the top. Right? That's the ultimate goal, is to be where we fucking should be when these clowns took over us. All right? Where we were left by Roman, we should be now building on that. No. Now you're building up all the excuses under the sun. Fucking winds me up. And I don't want to get into that now. But yeah. Greatest player, Eunice, for you, for Chelsea.
Greatest ever.
For you, just personally.
I have to say Lamps.
All right.
Yeah, there's other players up there. I wasn't old enough to see Peter Osgood and the players at that time. Peter Bonetti and etc. You know, everyone of the 70s, and I wasn't there. So I would say, or Ron Harris. I would say Lamps. I think there's 5 names there, easy. Lamps, JT, Didier, Zola, Hazard. I can't separate them. Basically, they come as a bubble. So
I'll be real. The player that I'm going to pick is not because of what they won or like their legacy, you know. But the player I'm picking is because this player made me support Chelsea, made me fall in love with Chelsea, made me fall in love with football, and that's Gianfranco Zola for me. I think this player was the reason, like, I got so excited watching Chelsea.
yeah,
Every
I
time he
get
got the
that
ball,
completely.
everything,
that
winning
completely.
the FA Cup. Like, I remember against Wimbledon, I think it was semi-final against Wimbledon, FA Cup, and he done that back heel and played it, and done the back
No.
heel, and then
Norwich.
no, not the corner one. It was in the FA Cup, and
Oh,
he took, so he was going a certain way, and then he changed the direction and curled it and scored, bruv. I think Mark Hughes scored that.
You're
Yeah,
right.
in the
You're
yellow
right.
kit. In the yellow
I
kit.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These moments, bruv, you know,
Yep.
special
Yep.
moments, bruv, you know.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea weren't winning a lot, you know what I mean? But
Of course.
that was the start of, because Hullet brought him to the club. So obviously we're
Exactly.
watching Hullet, and Hullet brought Zola, you know, or signed Zola. If I'm right, am I right? Yeah, he did. Yeah, Hullet signed Zola, right?
Yeah.
He brought that era, right? So for me, that's why I love, without a doubt, Super Frank. You know, fucking, you know, all these other players, but Zola's like, for me, he's proper football heritage, bruv. You know,
Yeah.
football heritage. That's just me personally, bruv. But obviously, I've watched majority is Lampard, Terry, Drogba.
Yeah.
You got Robbins in there, Hazard. You know, there's great play. I mean, Ashley Cole. Fuck me, what a player he is. You know, you got to remember he was part of the Invincibles as well.
Well,
As
it's
part
true.
of Chelsea and doing what he did. You know,
Yep.
Yeah, great in the game. Maccas. Yeah, we can go through all the players, bruv. Yeah, the goal at Highbury by Zola. Fucking hell, man. He's just unbelievable.
It's true.
And he was the player that Fergie always said, I need like almost 2 men on him. You know what I mean? Like he was always in fear of Zola. But the one thing he couldn't stand about Zola, he goes, how the fuck is he coming to Old Trafford smiling? Why is this player smiling coming to play against us? Because he loved the game, bruv. He was just so elite, bruv. You know, just elite.
It's exactly that.
But don't make players like this, man.
You don't get them anymore, no.
But yeah, a bit of reminiscing, bruv. Hullet and Vialli brought Zola in. Yeah, sorry, it was Vialli as well. You're right, Nick. Yeah, together. Yeah, another one. I listen to those names, bruv. Hullet, Vialli, Zola. Look at their careers, bruv. Look who they played for. Yeah. We had them at Chelsea. So, you know what I'm saying? Big up Adam. He says, do a football bingo to see who has ball knowledge. I don't know what that is. What's football bingo? What do you mean? Like, is it a game or I don't know.
I actually don't know.
I don't know.
But it's something to look up and consider, definitely, yeah.
Put it in the chat, Adam. Sorry, put it in the maybe in the comments if you don't put it in the chat, my geezer. And I'll look into it. But yeah, Hullet's an icon, facts. Joe Cole, class. But listen, guys, respect to everyone in here. Thank you. We all want to thank Eunice for dedicating time to come on this platform. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you go and support Eunice and go and check out his latest content. I've seen you got another channel, Eunice. I've subscribed to it. it's like
Appreciate it.
more of a personal biography, or like a docu, if you like, you know.
Well, no, it's personal content. So there'll be vlogs on there, as there are at the moment, but there'll be more of that sort of thing. Monday, I'm assuming Monday, depending on editing, but Monday or Tuesday latest, there'll be a match day vlog for Sunday. And I'm going to be watching a game with a few others. So that's going to be a very, very heavy one, I think.
Yeah.
So there's that. There'll be other content coming from September onwards as well on there. So no, it'll be fun. They're looking to do 2 uploads a week on there from September onwards. So no, it's a lot more personal and documenting a lot of things that's happening. So it's a lot of fun.
Quality. Well, make sure if you can put it in the chat now. If you or guys, I'm sure if you go on your channel, they'll find it. Will they? Is it linked to your channel?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, there is a link on my channel that takes you straight there. Yeah.
All right, guys. So go on the channel and go and support Eunice. At least give him a sub and interact. And big up to everyone. Please do like the video, like the stream, like and subscribe as well to both of our channels. Help Eunice get to 200k. He's getting closer. And respect to everyone in here, supporting the channel, supporting the true minerals. We love our Chelsea, and we'll keep pushing the true narrative, and we'll keep the standards up. You know what I'm saying? And we'll land it everywhere we go. Respect to everyone. We're going to leave you with Don Roman, and keep winning life. It's coming home. Let's have it right, and let's land it, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, bruv. You know?
Come on.
So up the Chelsea, up Minerals FC. Let's have it right. Let's go.
Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich.